It's a large quantum. Let's see the next time we chat whether or not there is some deployment that does take place. But the markets are at the high point of the day. At the high point of the day as we speak, we're holding over the 20 DMA. It's been a good trading session. Nimesh joins us to help us out with the flows picture. Nimesh, good session, good Friday, good end to the week.
Absolutely. And today it looks like a clear risk on rally, Nigel. Backed by very large FI buying and some aggressive short covering as well. Remember, as far as flows are concerned, I've been saying for the last few days that at least one large FI desk was having a very large sellers for the last many days. Well, that has tapered off a bit. At the same time, today there is an aggressive buying at another leading FI desk, and largely that flow is into the mid-cap names. That probably explains that the mid-cap index is up almost 2% and big rally in a lot of mid-cap stocks. And also, even though it's a long weekend for us, the volumes are still pretty okay. There is not like, the DIs are not participating to that extent. So today's rally is backed by good volumes as well. So, that's a good sign to me that this is backed by very large FI buying, especially in the mid-cap stocks. From a sector point of view, IT and select financial is where you've seen aggressive short covering. But from a cash deployment, it's basically the defensive names which have seen some buying interest back. So while there is a momentum backed by flows, but the domestic mutual fund seems to be quite bullish, or maybe quite shifting towards the defensive names, whether it's pharma, whether it's consumer names, or for that matter even IT. So that explains the kind of move from a flow perspective. But for the first time in many days now, there is aggressive buying from the larger FIs in the broader market stocks.
Well, that's good to hear, Nimesh. So pretty good going out there. And the broader markets participating makes a lot of portfolios feeling good as well. Tell us about individual stocks. What are you picking up?
So in terms of individual names, the first stock is Electronic Marts India, EMI. There's a large block in the money. The stock is recovered from that block levels, but 8% equity got changed hands. I understand that the promoter entry was a likely seller in today's block. And in terms of buyers, a couple of domestic mutual funds and a very large long-only fund was a buyer in today's block. So the disclosures will be quite interesting in EMI today. The second name is Nestle. After a long time, some bit of interest seems to be back in Nestle as well. So there is buying interest from larger FIs, so expect high delivery volumes, and looks like some bit of buying is back in Nestle at these levels. The third stock is Safari Industries. Again, stock has been consolidating off late. I've seen a big move after the earnings. But there is a block bid been offered by an institutional holder, and looks like the clean out trade can happen very soon in Safari Industries. And the last is DLF. Sonal spoke about the JP Morgan note, but in general there are buy flows from larger FIs. So there is delivery based buying happening in DLF at these levels, and of course there was a JP Morgan upgrade as well. So I think that explains the big move in DLF today.
Nimesh, Rima was wondering, you mentioned long weekend. Are you telling us something? Monday is a... or are you off?
No. I mean, because yesterday was a holiday. there are a lot of people who are still enjoying a long weekend, not like us who are working.
I'm just pulling your leg. Nimesh, on Ola, have you picked up? I mean, where is the buying coming from? Any on the institutional side?
Well, Prashant, from a flow perspective, I do know that some large HNIs bought on the first day of the listing, which was around 85, 86. That's when they bought very aggressively, because at that price it was quoting at $3.5 billion, whereas in the private market the valuation was around $5.5 billion. With this move today, around 130, 135, it is actually crossing that level of $5.5 billion of market cap. So I'm not too sure whether there are large institutional buyers. Yes, there was an HSBC initiating report today. But from a HNI perspective, it is more about buying on the first and second of the listing and not at this price.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much, Nimesh, for that. And so that's essentially a list of stocks to watch out for and some intel on what's happening with Ola. We'll take a quick commercial break here. We are going to come back in just